So Vegas, what did we learn this season? Did we find out we needed a good head coach? I hope so, because Josh McDaniels was never the guy from the start. I don't know why you hired him. So going into the 2023 season, I don't know what the goal was for the Raiders. They had Josh McDaniels as the head coach, and that was not the play. Let's just be real. That was not going to be the play. Josh McDaniels had too many chances up there, and he completely blew it. He blew it for this team. I mean, they had a good win against the Broncos early, but then they fell to the Bills, the Steelers, the Chargers, barely edging out the Packers, barely edging out the Patriots, and then getting crushed by the Bears. At this point, we knew Josh McDaniels was done. And they finally were firing him, but they wanted to have him coach one more game after he knew he was a dead man walking, after tearing into Josh McDaniels the night before the Lions game. He was a dead man coach in there, and he knew it, and it was just an absolutely ugly way for McDaniels to go out, and it was a tough season there for the Raiders. McDaniels knew that it was pretty much over, and let's just take a look at how the Raiders done after McDaniels was fired. They beat the Giants, they beat the Jets, they only fell by 3 to the Dolphins. Loss to the Chiefs was pretty bad. You know, the Vikings game was a little bad too, but overall, they've had their ups or downs, but they've been a lot more up than they have been down under Antonio Pierce. And that being said, Pierce, man, he took over this team as the head coach, as the interim head coach. But unlike Rich Bisaccia, it seems like the Davis family has given Pierce the chance to become the actual head coach. They basically put Bisaccia in saying, okay, you're not going to be the head coach, go nuts. They made the playoffs, and they didn't give him for whatever reason. And then they hired Josh McDaniels, which was a year and a half an experiment gone totally wrong. So Vegas really learning the value of a good head coach, of a true head coach, like Antonio Pierce, who has been actually doing pretty well. He is 3-3 in his tenure. Yeah, he's 1-1 against the Chiefs. He got a win over the Giants, a win over the Jets. So he's like 3-3, 3-4, something like that. So overall, I mean, if they would have been playing like that all season, then the Patriots game probably flips. The Bills game possibly flips. The other Chargers game probably flips. The Packers game could flip. At that point, you're talking 4 more wins. You're talking the Raiders are in the playoffs. And this team had the potential to do it. And I do like the move they did to basically turn to Aiden O'Connell. I like the fact they're doing that. They're giving the rookie the chance. And he's playing well. He is playing well, I have to say. I mean, Vegas, it's a tough season for you considering it was a lost season under Josh McDaniels. But, man, you guys got a bright future. If you keep Antonio Pierce, you got a very bright future with this roster, and you could be pretty solid for years to come here. I mean, the way the AFC West is shaping out, if the Chiefs truly are falling off, and the Broncos are done with Russell Wilson, the Chargers are in limbo land with a head coach, I mean, what competition do you truly have in that division? You have a very good chance of winning this division and basically becoming the next owners of this division for years to come. So as long as you don't botch it up, you have a chance to become an AFC West dynasty.